My name is Allie, and I would like to welcome you back to the Lazy A-Hole Ranch. Mike and I are building an arched cabin here in Colorado. This week, it's the beginning of the installation of our floor joists.
What are you doing at this point? So Mike is cutting 14.5 inches off of each piece for the blocking that goes in between. We're kind of doing the proof of concept piece right now, which will hopefully get it where we want it so that we can crank out the rest of these. It's pretty chilly right now. The current temp is about 40 degrees, but the wind is really mean right now.
We actually did this a couple of months ago, and I wasn't going to put it out until we finished the floor joists, but I'm having some technical difficulties with my editing library, so it has to be edited now. I can tell you that this was kind of our basic proof of concept, and we have made some changes for the rest of the floor joists. We're actually going to take these two down and redo them. We also discovered this day that while the temps may be in the 40s, the wind here is particularly brutal, and we can't stay out in it for very long without everything going numb.
Close-ish. I think we shot mostly your ass.
Whoops.
It's a fine shot indeed, though.
I should have got longer fucking screws for this. That's kind of the way this is going to go, I think.
Well, do we need to run down to the store and get longer screws?
Well, we have boxes of longer screws. Jesus Christ, we've got an overlap of a lot.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember the number being that big. It seemed like it was like 2 feet of overlap on the middle beam. This is closer to 8 feet.
We ended up with about 10 feet of overlap, so we're going to take them down and cut them so we have about 2 feet of overlap and use the rest to kind of wrap around the outside of the subfloor. We were kind of mentally off that day, I think from all the cold and wind.
I almost wonder about lopping off about 4 feet and just do the That doesn't fucking say.
Okay.
This is a shit drawing. Got rib spacing and joist spacing on the same top view.
Blocking?
Yeah, but it doesn't say all about the overlap.
Nope.
Yeah, maybe if I look at it 26 times, the answer will suddenly emerge. Foundation design. Fine. Let's use this. Well, I guess we just stand the fur up.
See where we end up?
See what it looks like and as far as we get to it. Well, see what the hell the distance is to the outside of the beam.
18.5.
Ah, shit. Well, let's measure the outside of the beams first, and then we can center this shit based on that.
Okay. Gotcha.
So about 205.
Sorry, I totally misunderstood.
As you can see, Mike is used to working kind of inside his own head, so it's been a learning process to kind of figure out the teamwork aspect of everything.
So are you measuring where it should line up with on the end?
Oh shit. I need to split that.
So you're working to center it?
Yep.
Once Mike determined where the wood needed to end up to be centered on the beams, we wrestled it up and over the brackets on the floor joists. If you're new here, consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We'll be following the build of this arch cabin, and on our blog, lazyaholeranch.com, we'll be following the costs.
Oh shit, I need lag bolts. I'm not going to bother with the construction adhesive on this one because I think we're going to cut more out of these. That's stupid. There's no reason for all that.
Okay.
Same thing with the second one. And
okay.
See how that block it goes.
I'm really glad that we did this a couple months ago, and I'm glad that I'm editing the video now because it's going to make it fresh in my mind when we start doing this again in a few short weeks.
This way about 3/8 of an inch. That way about 7/8.
Oh. Snow squall warning. I'd never heard of a snow squall. I imagine it's much like a regular squall. Snow.
I promise, guys, it's going to get going this year. We have all of our supplies here and ready, and thank you for your patience as life has gotten in the way for us several times over the past couple years.
Do you need an extra hand? Mike Iver, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Iver.
Be a teeny bit of bow.
The wind is a little cold, it's a little mean, but we're working.
So this wobbles a fair bit. By tying everything to its neighbor, it sturdies up the whole deal.
Okay. Gives you a nice sturdy floor.
And these are kind of some arbitrary spot. That all tied together, it's really sturdy.
There's that Christmas star, guys.
Mike and I are both just so ready to get this kit up. We're so ready for it. I looked at the forecast, and in the next 10 days, like the first week of March, we're going to have a nice little warm-up. We do have to process a bunch of firewood first because we are pretty much out for the season, and we need some for next year as well. We also have a little vehicle maintenance that has to happen because my car is inoperable at the moment. But after we get a couple of those side projects done, we are diving right into this thing because we are so over waiting for this to happen, and we are going to make it happen this year. I promise, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you that have taken time out of your day to spend with us. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and a great week next week. So get out there and do the thing. I know you can. Love you guys.